Laker Nation. Let me get my seat right. Laker Nation. How are y'all feeling tonight? Today, whenever y'all are watching this, I am feeling ecstatic. Listen, the Lakers won tonight. And not only did they win, they won by more than 9 points. Can you believe it? I know I couldn't. Because listen, this game, we started off so slow. We started off so just lacking energy and effort. And then all of a sudden, third quarter hits and we turn the game around. And that's all coming up next on the Film Room Podcast. Listen, last podcast, I had a long intro before I had my normal spiel of my music. So I told myself I wasn't going to do a long one this time. I was just going to keep it short and sweet. But listen, I am super excited about what we just seen tonight. You guessed it, the Lakers won by more than 9 points. Not only did we win, but we won by more than 9 points. Can you see? I can't help but smile. The game started off where the Sacramento Kings, I said, you know what? They just came to punch us in the mouth. They started off with so much energy and effort, running, up and down the floor like it was nobody's business. I said, they know what they're doing. They came in with a solid game plan and they was going to run this team into the floor early. And as the game progressed in the second quarter, Malik Monk hit this big three right before the buzzer went off to go into the half to get us within 9 points. We were down by 12. It was a huge three. And I thought to myself, I said, I think they did too much too early. And I'm thinking this. But then again, I know how the Lakers' normal third quarters go. But as of late, our third quarters have been some of our best quarters to play basketball. We really turned that third quarter around. And tonight was just an epic night of what we could be. This is all without LeBron. Now, granted, we were playing the Sacramento Kings, and granted, De'Aaron Fox didn't have it going. Buddy Hield. What is dude's name? Buddy Hield? Buddy Hield didn't have it going. And we were able to capitalize on a lot of things that we normally don't do. For instance, our defense. Our defense was incredible tonight. Hey, listen. Vogel made an adjustment finally. Thank you, Vogel. Welcome to Laker Nation. Hey, listen, we welcome you with open arms, Vogel. Thank you for being a Lakers fan tonight and seeing something that everybody else has been seeing. Dwight Howard has got to get some run. And you actually gave him run tonight. And I think that's what turned things around. Listen, Dwight Howard was incredible tonight with his energy and his effort. And that's what I've been saying about Dwight Howard for a long time. His energy and his effort are contagious. We need that on the floor, not just on the sidelines. And the less he plays, the more we don't see that on the court. We need to see that on the court, especially if you're not going to give Rondo playing time. Rondo has got to get run. And listen, the box score on what we did tonight was incredible. I'm going to start off with the summary. The summary reads like this. The Sacramento Kings beat us in the first quarter 28-20. The Sacramento Kings also beat us in the second quarter 31-30. They were up by 9 points going into the half. The third quarter, the Lakers came out and smacked them in the mouth.
Wow.
We won that quarter 37-15. They only scored 15 points in the third quarter. Our defense was incredible, which led to us showing so much effort on offense. The ball was moving, we were running. And then the fourth quarter, the same. We scored 30 points to their 18. We won the ball game 117-92. It was an incredible win. Let's go to the box score. Nope, not y'all. The Lakers. Anthony Davis played 34 minutes, scored 25 points. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was 12 for 22 from the field. That's 54.5%. And he was 0 for 2 from 3. 0%. Listen, AD hurt himself again. He hurt his hand. He bumped knees with somebody. AD is always getting hurt. But he battled through. And he has been battling through all season. Through minor bumps and bruises that he's gotten. Except for the cold or the flu that he's had for the better part of 3 months. He has had the cold or flu for the better half of 3 months. I don't know what's going on. Somebody got to get AD some vitamin C. Some Hall's cough drops or something. Okay? But he looked incredible tonight. He got in the paint. Most of his buckets were in the paint. He was active. His footwork was working. And AD got off. Exactly what he should be doing every night. In the paint, though. In the paint. Okay? I'm going to skip the next guy. I'm going to go to Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington played 33 minutes. He started tonight. He scored 9 points. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. He was 3 for 6 from the field. That's 50%. He was 3 for 6 from 3. That's 50%. All his points were threes. He started off slow, but he didn't even touch the basketball until about 12 minutes in the second quarter. He didn't actually score or even get a chance to score until late in the second quarter. He got going in that third and that fourth, though. Let's go to THT. THT, I thought, played incredible as well. He didn't score that many points. He scored, I think, our first points. He played 16 minutes, scored 2 points. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Listen, I said he played good. Actually, now that I think about it, THT really didn't have a good night. THT had a lot of turnovers, just dumb plays. Looked like Russell Westbrook done rubbed off on him the wrong way. DeAndre Jordan started again. He only played 4 minutes. He had 2 rebounds. That was it. DeAndre Jordan couldn't handle the ball. He had butterfingers all night. Refs wasn't calling nothing for him. But let's go to Brody. He played 34 minutes, scored 23 points. He had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. He was 9 for 21 from the field. That's 42.9%. And he was 1 for 5 from 3. That's 20%. He was terrible from 3. But listen, Brody started off terrible. I only think he had like 2 or 4 points going into the half. And he came out that third quarter and rocked the baby. Oh, he rocked the baby. He looked incredible. He got us going. He started finding our guys, making great passes finally. Little asterisk on. He looked incredible. Guys were finally catching his passes. Guys weren't finally moving when he would move. They would stay still. They would catch the pass. They would shoot. They would score. Our offense started clicking. You know what I mean? Let's go to our bench, because our bench was outstanding. And our bench is really what won the game for us. Dwight Howard came off the bench. He played 35 minutes. I don't think Dwight Howard touched the floor until late, maybe mid-second quarter. And he played like all of the third and all of the fourth, I swear. He had 12 points. Actually, in the second quarter, he scored 10 points. In the second quarter alone, I think he scored 10 points because he was the only Laker in double digits going into the half. He had 13 rebounds, 0 assists. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks. His defense was really what kicked it off for us, his effort and his energy. He was 5 for 7 from the field at 71.4%. And he barely fouled. I mean, he got a foul. I mean, it is Dwight Howard, but he barely fouled. He's starting to understand. Listen, leave those games and gimmicks at the crib. But when you come and put that Lakers jersey on, you got to leave that stuff at home. Let's come to play. Let's be serious. Let's have fun, but let's be serious about these wins, about these possessions. And that's what he did. He brought that off the bench. Listen, I am going to care about every possession on defense. Y'all aren't going to get these easy buckets if I'm on the floor. And that's what Dwight Howard did. It leads me to my next point. This is going to be a tough one because Malik Monk was incredible tonight. Got everybody on Twitter saying he should start and get more minutes. They're finally seeing what I seen a long time ago. As soon as his name was mentioned, I said, bro, who that?
I got unlimited range. Nah, man, I ain't even know. I didn't even know, but yeah, for sure.
And I looked at his highlights and I said, oh, he the one. He is the one that the Lakers needed a long time ago because we need a playmaker. We need somebody who's not going to be afraid when LeBron is on the floor to go and get a bucket. They're not just going to dish off to LeBron and say, LeBron, go get us a bucket, man. You the GOAT. He said, I don't care who's on the floor with me. I am going to score. I am going to get buckets. And that's what he's been doing night in and night out. Now, of course, just like any NBA player, he's going to have some off nights. But Malik Monk has been terrific for the Lakers. Unlimited range. He played 32 minutes, scored 22 points. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 8 for 16 from the field. That's 50%. He was 6 for 10 from 3. That's 60%. He was incredible. Effort play after effort play, shot after shot. It was his night. But between the two of them, it's hard to say who I want to give my flowers to, so I guess I got to give it to both. They both deserve their flowers. Dwight Howard, Malik Monk. Let's go to Carmelo Anthony. He played 19 minutes, scored 14 points. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was 4 for 9 from the field. That's 44.4%. And he was 0 for 2 from 3. And see, and this is what I love about Carmelo Anthony. You're not going to box me into just saying I'm a 3-point shooter. I can still play ball however you want to slice it. However you want to slice it up, bro, I'm that. And he went out and showed he's that. He got 14 points off the bench and didn't make a 3-point shot. That's Carmelo Anthony. That's the effort and energy he brought tonight as well. Our bench was terrific. Austin Reeves played 18 minutes. He scored 3 points. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Austin Reeves was kind of off too, similar to THT, where they just couldn't get going offensively. Turning the ball over. Not really knowing what to do with the ball. He had one really nice play, though. One really nice play, and of course, Austin Reeves is going to play some great defense. And that's what he did. Rondo, my guy Rondo, finally got some run tonight. He played 8 minutes, scored 4 points. He had 6 rebounds, 1 assist. And you would never believe what happened tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, there was one player on the Lakers that first people didn't even know he played for the Lakers. They never passed him the ball. They never seen him on the court. And he has been sitting down for the past 15 games or so. You guessed it. Kent Bazemore played tonight. Kent Bazemore played 2.29 minutes. Kent Bazemore played 2 minutes in tonight's game. He scored 3 points. He hit 1 3-point shot. Kent Bazemore, finally, 1 rebound, 1 assist. But our bench, that's what started everything off. That's what started everything off. We were down. I think the largest lead was 12, maybe more. In that third quarter, we came out and went on a run. We went on like I don't even know what, 16-1 run. We came back, tied the game. I was happy. I said, all right, here we go. They finally woke up. Let's play some ball. Then we kept getting stop after stop after stop. And we got out in transition and we ran them boys off the court. We started showing the Lake Show. We started showing the greatest show on earth. That's how Lakers play basketball. It's Showtime Lakers. They must have forgot who they signed to when they signed on that dotted line. This is the Showtime Lakers. You got to put out energy and effort on this court. You hear me? You can't keep coming to these games and not giving us no show. You ain't got to win, but give us something. And that's what they did tonight. I couldn't believe how well they played without LeBron James. To be honest with you. Now, granted, asterisk, this is the Sacramento Kings. But all of these teams can ball. And when the Lakers show up, listen, these teams are going to ball. They can't stand the Lakers. Them, the refs, everyone. Okay? But the Lakers fans and Rob Pelinka. You hear me? They can't stand the Lakers. None of these teams. They can't stand LeBron. Everybody mad at LeBron for beating them all those years. LeBron beat almost every team out there, and everybody that had hopes to go into the finals in the East when he was in the East, he beat. For years on end, nobody could get past the GOAT. They all mad at him, okay? They all can't stand his guts. Then he got AD, now he got Westbrook, then he got Carmelo Anthony. What? What is going on over there? You hear me? So they're going to show up and show out when they play the Lakers. I get it. I questioned it because we was losing so much and we wasn't showing no energy or effort. I said, ain't no teams getting up for y'all. But I see it. But the thing is, when the Lakers get up for other teams, it's no contest. And that's how it should be almost every game. Listen, everybody's hype on the Warriors. I get it. They only lost 3 games now. And it's always a great night, as one of my beautiful followers on Twitter said. It's always a great night when the Warriors lose and the Lakers win. And I agree. 100%. But remember when we played the Warriors, we were right there. We played them game 1. We were right there in the game the whole time. They only won by 6. Don't let that record inflate what y'all are thinking. Everybody's saying, oh, this is a bad Lakers team. This is a bad Lakers team. And I say it too. Because they don't show me any effort and energy. But when they show that, and when they start to show that consistently, now we got something here. Now y'all are showing up to give us a show. If you don't want to win for yourselves, win for your fans at least. Win for your families at least. But give me energy. Give me effort. Genie Buzz, get them some Gatorade or Powerade or something. But they got it right. And they've been getting it right. But I do got some bad news for you, Laker Nation. Some bad news. All this good news comes with a blow. LeBron James has been in and out and in and out of the lineup all year long. And I seen the tweet. It said the Lakers just can't get a break. And I said, oh Lord, what's going on? This was before the game. And I started reading into it. And they said LeBron James is out on health, safety, whatever protocols. And I said, oh Lord, they resting homeboy. And then I thought, well, they would just say, not playing or something like that. Whatever they say when a player is just resting for no reason. But they said he was out on health and safety protocols. And I said, oh Lord, don't tell me that means what I think it means. Does that mean the king, that the GOAT, COVID has got him too? Listen, COVID has got him too? The GOAT? COVID is that strong? I know it's been wiping out the planet like Thanos with a snapping of his finger. And I don't mean no harm to anybody who lost a family member or anybody to COVID. But the GOAT? That's a rough blow. Listen, my prayers go out to any family, friends, or anyone that has lost somebody to COVID, that has lost somebody to a deadly illness. This is no joke. This is not something you just play around with. If you are listening to my voice, understand viruses don't care how tall, how short, how old, how young. COVID don't care what color your skin is. It is there to do substantial harm to your body. It is there to possibly wipe you out. Everybody out there, mask up. Get your vaccine if you believe in it. Get your booster if you believe in it. And stay prayed up. But Laker Nation, we won a basketball game tonight. Hats off. Hats off. You know what I mean? I mean, they just played so well together. Finally, as a team, we played so well together. Moving the ball. Talking on defense. Switching. Picking up the weak side. Getting rebounds. Once Dwight Howard came in. This could be the start of something great, Laker Nation. This could be the start. And now, I'm going to go into the post-game shits.
In the second half, I think in the second half, we all was talking on the floor. We made sure we got stops, and then we was able to get out, and our guys on offense was able to put the ball in the basket. It was a well-needed win, and we got to play like this with energy and effort, especially on the defensive end. We got to continue to talk, and hopefully we'll get more wins like this.
Dwight, you didn't play the last couple of games, but tonight you played almost that entire second half. What was your mindset like, and how did you find a way to get that done?
Man, well, Coach told me I wasn't really going to play tonight before the game, so I was kind of down. I was expecting not to play, and then, it's always a testament. You always got to be ready to play, So I thought I wasn't going to play. He called my number, and I wanted to make sure if I played tonight, I was going to give it 110% effort and help this team win.
Dwight, what did you see from some of your other teammates tonight? Guys like Malik Monk, Wayne Ellington getting shots to fall, Rondo coming in, giving you a push, and you know what Westbrook and AD are going to do, but how about those guys?
Started on defense. We was able to get stops, and the energy was so great on defense, it carried over into our offense. The guys was able to find a rhythm because we was getting stops. Guys wasn't holding their heads. We missed shots, they didn't get plays right. We just got the ball out and got ready for the next play. So our energy got to stay in the same place. We got to play for each other. And, we'll get more wins like this.
And finally, we hope LeBron is feeling all right back in L.A., likely watching. Any words for LeBron back there?
Well, I hope he's okay, man. We miss you, bro.
Appreciate it, Dwight.
All right.
Dwight. We got back in transition. I thought we did a good job of not just getting back, but executing, matching up, talking, running around, getting stops, putting our bodies in front of them, making them shoot tough shots.
Did you see something specifically with Dwight, who played for almost that second half, and the way that he was guarding screen roll coverages that might have initiated some of that?
Yeah, man, he did a hell of a job of just using his size, using his voice, talking, which was big for us. As you've seen, it was big for him too. Kept him active, did a hell of a job.
Russ, AD mentioned the halftime discussion, and Frank felt like it was something he said sometimes a coach needs to do. What resonated from that moment with you personally, and how do you think it affected the team?
I think first for the team, I think it was good. Got kind of guys going, got their minds right. And honestly, for me personally, I already knew I was playing shit. I had to step it up anyway in order for us to have a chance to be able to win the game. So that's why it's two halves in this game, and the tell of two halves to tell difference in tonight's game.
Russ, by this point, you guys have played more games without LeBron than you played with him for a variety of reasons. But I'm wondering, what was the reaction for you personally this morning when you found out that you're going to be without him again for however long?
My thing is more just him, just mentally and physically. It can be difficult playing and not playing. And I know he wants to play and wants to compete. So that's where, my main thing is. So I'll definitely, call and check on him, once I leave here, just check his mental, making sure that he's in a good space because it could be difficult, especially kind of in and out the lineup.
Russ, I think LeBron has played only 11 games this season. How does your approach change when he's not playing?
It's the same for me. It don't change. My approach stay the same each and every night. I kind of pride myself on being consistent in that, having the same approach because, my team and my teammates need it.
Russ, you had some of these, tougher starts earlier in the preseason and early in the regular season, and they would become bad games. Today you have a tough start, but it becomes a strong second half for you personally, kind of sparking that third quarter rally. Are you finding yourself more able at this point in the season, especially on this team, to kind of course correct and make the adjustments you need to be successful?
Well, honestly, it just really depends on what you consider bad halves. You may think a bad half is something I may not. So it really depends. So honestly, for me, the game, like I always say, the game always tell you what to do. My game is not predicated on if I make shots or not. If I can be 1 for 10 in the first half and have 10 assists and we're winning or we have a chance to win, then I'm doing my job. So for me, is how I predicate my game is how hard I'm playing and my energy level. In the first half, I wasn't playing hard enough. So that, to me, I was playing a bad game. I don't predicate my game on missed and made shots, turnovers, whatever, rebounds, whatever that may be. My ability and my talent and my God's gift is to be able to have an engine that keeps going and going and going.
Received from Frank Vogel at halftime, and if you felt like that sparked the defense in the second half?
Picked the energy up. We were too lazy, wasn't getting back. We was acting like we didn't care, and he just told us to pick the energy up, man. If we want to win, that's what happened. But yeah, sir. It definitely sparked it. Definitely did.
Got it. So I wanted to ask you just about your offense, where you've been finding the rhythm. And you've had stints like this before, where you've been hot in your NBA career, but just wondered where you're finding some of that rhythm with this group.
Russ making it a little easy for me. He drawing a lot of attention now. When he goes to the basket, and Dwight draws a lot of attention too. AD does too, and I was just able to make the right reads, man. They give me a lot of open shots, and that's what I do, knock open shots down.
Malik, you guys have kind of absorbed bad news repeatedly this year. What did it feel like this morning? It sounds like when you guys found out that LeBron was going to be entering the health and safety protocols, and you weren't going to have him here for this next little bit. What did that feel like on top of everything you've already been through this year?
Oh yeah, Bron's been hurt a little bit, so we knew that somebody else is gonna have to step up at this game. But yeah, it's basketball, man. You never know with this COVID stuff. You never know what's gonna happen. But like I said, next man up.
Malik, everything you've been through as a team so far this year, even though the win-loss record isn't, putting you guys at the top of the standings, do you feel like you've grown as a group?
Yes, sir. We grow every game. Every day we come in and practice, watch film, and every time we get on the practice court, we grow as a team. We just got to communicate a little bit more on the basketball court, because when we get off the court, man, we talk a lot.
How did you actually get that done?
Getting back in transition, building a defensive presence. We know it was tough. It was tough for them to score on us in the half court. A lot of their stuff came in transition, cross match, guys leaving guys open, fouling, things like that. So halftime, we had a conversation about the team that we want to be. We got to buckle down on the defensive end, and we're able to do that. Holding 15 and 18. Just great defensive quarters, great defensive dominance, and that's the way we got to start the games, though. We start the games with that defensive presence. We could be a very good team.
Dwight played almost that entire second half. You and he go back now with some experience. I just wondered how that helped, and if you guys together did anything there.
Huge minutes. DH came in and it was a game changer. Not going to show in the stat sheet, but what he was able to do for us, offensive rebounds, protecting the rim, it's setting screens for guys, like the little things, the intangibles, was huge for us. And, he's a professional. To come and play in the game, play 35 minutes, don't play the game before, in and out of rotation, but to stay ready, to stay ready and come in and change the game, it was great for us.
AD, what was your personal reaction, and what can you tell us about the team reaction to the LeBron news? And then also, did his absence come up in this halftime conversation you mentioned to us?
It was something that was unexpected, for sure. Found out this morning. Did more testing, and we didn't really hear anything afterwards. Woke up from the nap, and any media outlet that covers anything had it on and said that he was in the health and safety protocol. So it wasn't like a shocker for us. We just said we can't catch a break. We was getting guys back, and then he's out for how many days, we don't know. It's all depending on his situation, but we just still got to find ways to win. We can't let that affect us. Obviously he's a huge part of our team, but I think we played a huge amount of games without him, so we kind of know how that is already. And we got to continue to play like we did on the defensive end, until he's able to come back. And guys going to have to continue to step up. Malik stepped up, Wayne, Dwight, Melo, all these guys came in and played some big minutes. So, we're going to continue to need that from these guys.
AD, you guys have kind of been here before where you've had moments that you use as kind of a rallying cry, or, halftime speeches, or guys speaking up in timeout and kind of hoping it might be a bit of a turning point for you guys. Does this one feel different in any way, and what has to happen for it to be a meaningful building block for this group going forward?
We came out slow, but we were able to play with the lead, which is a good sign. Not letting teams get back in, and we kept the pressure on both ends of the floor. We continued to score the basketball. We continued to get stops defensively, and we struggled with that this year. And so that was a good sign for us. But like I said, we shouldn't need those powwows at halftime or in timeouts. You know, we should be able to, you know, we got a veteran group. We should be able to come out with that type of energy. Now, I know you're going to have slow starts and things like that, but to be the team that we want to be, you know, we can't continue to dig ourselves a hole. So we come out the first half, you know, the next games, especially the next game against the Clippers, the way we came out in the second half and games going forward, then we should be in a pretty good place.
Hey, I think LeBron has played in 11 of the games so far. When he doesn't play, how does your mindset change? What's your approach when he's not in the games?
Be a little bit more aggressive. I know the team leans on me a lot to be aggressive, you know, when he's in and when he's out. But especially when he's out, you know, and I saw that, you know, last game, they go off my energy, you know, guys on both ends of the floor, you know, guys look towards me to set the tone. I try to do the same thing tonight, set the tone early on both ends of the ball, and guys followed. So, you know, I think, you know, my job and Russ's job is not to feel like we have to do it all, but we have to also do enough to help our guys. And I think tonight we did enough, and, you know, also guys stepped up. And it's not just going to be on me and Russ as a team thing, but, you know, me and Russ, you know, as the head of the snake, we got to be able to continue to lead these guys and until Bron comes back. And then when he comes back, it's going to be three of us, a three-headed monster. So we got to continue to, you know, do what we do, but it's my job to continue to set the pace.
How concerned are you as a friend about what happened to him? And is this a scary deal?
I talked to him today. Obviously, me and LB is close. And I checked on him, you know, just hearing what, you know, Joel Embiid said. You know, obviously he was scared. He said he thought he wasn't going to make it. Like, COVID was a scary thing, you know, especially with all the new variants coming out and all that. You know, you say the vaccine and the boosters not going to be able to withstand this new variant and like all this stuff coming out. And so it's a scary situation. He said he's good. I think he said he's asymptomatic, which is a good sign, you know, but, you know, we want to make sure that he gets back. You know, health is most important. You know, it's bigger than basketball, man. He has a family. We want to make sure that he's good no matter what. Like, this basketball thing don't stop, you know. We want to make sure that his health is most important, especially, you know, for our organization. You know, he's a part of our family, and we want to make sure he's good for his sake, his family's sake. But like I said, he seemed to be fine.
So, Laker Nation, there you have it. There you have it. AD actually mentioned that LeBron James has got COVID, that he's worried about him. He's asymptomatic, is what he said when he spoke to AD. Not sure if he was supposed to say that or not. But yeah, we're praying for you, King. We're praying for you and anybody else that's got COVID, that you stay strong, that you stay in good mental spirits, good health spirits. And also they said that the reason why they came out so strong in that third quarter and that entire second half is because Frank Vogel went to the locker room and lit a match under him and said, hey, what team do y'all want to be? You know? And AD alluded to it, and he said, you know, he shouldn't have to do that. We're a whole bunch of veteran guys on this team. We should just come out with the energy and effort that we're supposed to come out with, which is absolutely right, AD. It's funny when people mention stuff that is so obvious, but it's just like, yeah. Yeah. But hats off, man. This was a great win, especially when we're about to face the Clippers, who have been scorching hot as well. I believe right now we were in the 7th seed before this win tonight. I'm tweeting every game. Follow me on Twitter, the Film Room Pod. But y'all have been a beautiful crowd, and I have been a beautiful host. My name is Derek James, and you have been tuned in to the Film Room Podcast. And I'm out this bit.